Before I lay me down, let's get this off my chest first. Excerpt of my life, I call it my next verse. I'm stressed, keep it in perspective, I'm an expert about this Northwest way of life. Hey, it could end worse. Welcome in, everyone. This is episode number 5 of UpLeft State of Mind, the podcast where it's okay to not be okay. This is a show that unpacks the pressure, the pain, and the process from mental health struggles to finding your identity, the healing process, and even ways that we can grow as individuals. There's no filters, there's no fluff. It's just raw conversations with people who are learning how to hold everything or how to let it all go. I'm your host, Rizzle, and whether you're tuned in from somewhere inside the beautiful Pacific Northwest or anywhere else, this is your safe space. It's a place to breathe, and it's a place to remember that it's okay to not be okay. Let's get into it. This is a bit of a special episode. I missed 2 episodes on vacation, and I'm kind of just excited about the pod. I got a lot of things to talk about. I want to reflect on things a little bit. I want to touch on an important topic tonight too. I want to touch on hopelessness a bit, and just talk about that and kind of chat. Hopefully there'll be some people tap in with the chat, and we can just kind of talk and just kind of go over things. I want to give some advice and just kind of be there for some people, but and then we got a package from, oh shoot. Yeah, well, I probably just did something bad there. We got a package from People Helping People, and that is a bag from Penny and Benny, I'm pretty sure. And that is something that I won on People Helping People live podcast over on YouTube. You can check that out. I hope I didn't just show people my address. That's all right. I'll edit that out. But anyways, yeah. But that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I wanted to talk about my learning process with this podcast, and it's been a fun process so far. I've done a couple podcasts before. I talked about that a bit in the first episode. But this is the first one that I've done live, and it's a bit different and it's a bit challenging for me, but I enjoy it a lot. And I have learned that you kind of just got to roll with the punches, and you're going to make mistakes, but you just got to keep stepping up to the plate, and we've definitely had some mistakes in the first few episodes. We had your boy B on for episode 2, and I stupid little misclick on my part, and his volume ended up being turned down for the entire episode. So I had to go back and fix that and re-upload it and stuff. And so I learned there a little bit. And it's funny too, because I can prepare myself over and over and over, and I can sit here and get all this stuff typed up and be ready and do all the things the day before the episode, and then I still end up doing something stupid right before it to just make the learning process on this podcast thing a little bit more difficult for myself. But that's part of the perseverance part of life. And I just want to show people that no matter what you do, you're going to make mistakes, but you just got to keep showing up, and then we had Kenny Johnson on episode 3. That was a great conversation. That one went well. That one went really well. On the technical side and everything. He was driving, I think, and was on the cell phone a little bit, so we had a bit of the connection issue there, but it was more than okay. And it was a really great conversation. There's a lot of clips out too for that episode, and that I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for that. And then last night I had Josie Combs on, and we talked about massage, and I had to set up the double mics beforehand. I had it set up a day in advance. Everything was great, had it all perfect, everything was working. And then totally forgot that this mic has an on off button on it, right? And so that mic got turned off. And so we did the first 15 minutes of that episode without her microphone on, and you can still hear her through mine, but that was kind of difficult too. Just another learning process thing. But it's kind of exciting to do live shows because had that been like not live, we just did it behind the scenes and then edited and put it out and everything, we might have had to redo that whole thing because we wouldn't have known that her audio was messed up. So it's cool to do live episodes because it's good to have chat in there, and to help us out with that stuff. We couldn't do this alone at all, and so that's really cool. But she talked about a lot of cool stuff, and I meant to give her a shout out before she left, or let her tell people where they could find her. So we're gonna have to have her back on soon, I think, just so she can talk a little bit more. She's got so much knowledge and stuff. She really wants to get into talking about gut health and how that affects your whole being and your mental health and all that stuff too. So I'm really looking forward to that episode. And then this weekend we have another episode coming up. Wednesdays and Saturdays are usually going to be the case. Of course, today's a Thursday. I wanted to hop on here. I have something kind of important I want to talk about in a bit. So I jumped on a different day for that. And then this weekend, our guest can't not be on Saturday. He has to come on Sunday. And so that is going to be another special episode. We're having Imposter on, my good friend, made a lot of music with him over the years, had a lot of good times. And, he's going to come on. We're going to talk about some relationship stuff and, kind of dealing with people, a person in a relationship. You're in a relationship with somebody, you have some traumas, they might have some different traumas than you, and just how to navigate that and that sort of thing. And some other cool stuff too. I just want to tease that a little bit, but so make sure that you guys tune in Sunday at 2:00. Because that's going to be a really good one. He's going to be here in studio. So it's going to be another one where we're in studio. I'm really looking forward to that. I would like to try to do more of those because that is a good feeling to be able to interact in person rather than, just on the screen and stuff. And I think it's probably a better experience for the viewer as far as just watching two people interact. I'm sure it's a lot better to just watch two people that are sitting in the same room. The vibe's probably a little bit better. So I'm going to try to do some more of that. But the main reason that I wanted to get on today, I want to talk about hopelessness and feeling alone, and the feeling of just not really knowing what the next step is, what the next move is, or even really knowing if there is a next move, and it's a tough topic to talk about because everyone has been affected by losing someone to mental health, and to even think that someone is going through that, it just really scares the shit out of me, and it makes me feel like I need to, I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, and I feel like a lot of people could benefit from that conversation, from the topics of that conversation, as well. And so that's kind of why I wanted to jump on here and talk about that this evening a little bit. It's not going to be a long episode. It's going to be a shorter one. It's not going to be a full hour. I've kind of already breezed through most of my notes that I even had written down to come on and talk about. But I just wanted to be present, you know. I just wanted to be here for a bit and just kind of put some things out. People feel hopeless a lot. I should say a lot of people feel hopeless at times, and it's a tough thing to deal with because the feeling of being alone, or the feeling of not knowing if you have anyone in your circle, is definitely something that is overbearing at times, and it's a scary feeling, especially when you're dealing with something like well, things that affect your life, you know, things that are life changing, like things that have to do with your employment, or possibly a family member, a relationship that you have with someone close to you. Things are never perfect, and it's tough to deal with going through adversity at times when you don't know what to do. And it's important to for us, for people, for men, for women, for everyone, to just acknowledge the fact that we need help at times, and that we need to talk to someone. And it's so important to seek that help and to reach out to someone if you feel any kind of feelings about, you know, just feeling lost, or feeling like you don't know what your next step in life is going to be. Because you always have a next step. There's always a path that still needs to be traveled by you, no matter what situation you're in. That hopelessness feeling is not the end of the road. A lot of times that feeling of hopelessness, and that feeling of being lost and not knowing what to do, is the beginning. And it just means that there's room for improvement in, not improvement in not improvement to say that the things that you're doing in life are wrong, or you know what, you have to hit rock bottom sometimes before you can go forward and improve in the things that need improvement. And so whether, you know, it's your fault, people make mistakes and they end up in situations, or whether you're just a victim of you know, unfortunate circumstance, and somebody else feels like it's their turn to ruin someone's life, you know, because that happens as well. It's just an opportunity to grow, and it's an opportunity to really learn, like, what you're made of and what you can do when you face something that seems impossible or impassable, you know. And that's just it's just so important for me to stress that, because, you know, and I'll sit here and I'll say it again and again. I'll say it over and over and over, because people get scared, and people don't know what to do. And hopelessness is not the end. It is not. It's not the end. But then again, when you do hit rock bottom, things don't change on their own. And it's a mental thing at first. It's totally a mental thing. It's kind of the conversation I had. We were kind of laughing about, you know, you have to fake it until you make it, as far as being happy. When you get to the point where you are so down low that you don't want to get out of bed, and you don't want to go to work, you don't want to live, you don't want to talk to anybody, you're grumpy, you feel lost, you feel so down, and you're so much at the end of your rope that you have to pretend to be happy. And that little bit, that smile, that fake laugh, that little bit of effort, it really goes a long way, and it goes a lot farther than you would think, just to cheer you up, like even simple things, simple acts, like change up the kind of music that you're listening to. I know it's easy to get sucked into listening to sad stuff when you're feeling down and hopeless, and because it's what you're feeling at that time, and music has such a way of making you feel like you can relate to it. And so if you're feeling those sad feelings, you're going to listen to the sad music, but try to listen to something else, switch it up, work it the other way. Don't let the feelings that you have currently play into what music you listen to. Listen to the music that you want your mood to feel like. Listen to some happy music, listen to some upbeat stuff. You have to make that initial effort, to get out of that funk, and it's gonna be uncomfortable, and it's gonna be hard, but you have no choice, really, because being at rock bottom, like I said, whether it's by your own doing, or it's just a matter of circumstance, it's not easy to get out of there. And I've been there. I'm not talking from thinking that I have read some things and I know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking from just life experience. I've been there. I've been to rock bottom. I've felt that hopelessness. I've felt that feeling of being lost, that feeling of not knowing what the purpose is. And it's tough. It's such a tough feeling. It's so scary. It is not something that you want to live your life continuously feeling. And that's where the hard part of that is, because there's not an easy, quick way to get out of that. But that's where you build the stuff. That's where you build the character. That's where you find the growth. Is just realizing that, hey, you know what, this is on me to want to be happy and to want to be better than rock bottom right now. And it's doable. It's doable for all of us. Everyone can get there. I like to think that I am kind of a testament to what can happen, when you just really apply yourself. You just realize the things, you realize the things that you need to do to get out of the areas in your mind that aren't working for you, and just really try to focus in and grow into the strong, centered person that you you can be. And I like to just speak from that experience and try to help people to find that same peace, because it's tough. It's tough to go through depression, and it's tough to go through anxiety every day. And a lot of people can't relate to it. And so it's hard to find someone to talk to that can relate to you in a way that will allow you to get something from talking to them, and so I hope if people watch this video and they feel a certain kind of way, that they can reach out to someone, reach out to me, reach out to a loved one, reach out to a coworker that you're close with. It's so crucial to keep a strong support system around you. And if you don't have that, that's what we're here for. That's what this podcast is here for. If you're listening or watching this and you don't have a support system around you, message me please, because it's not the end. And that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. I didn't have a lot, but I really felt the need to come on and just share a little bit. The conversation that I had today was really important to me, and it felt good to be able to share a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of just a little bit of help with someone, and it felt necessary to get on here and share that with you guys as well. And so yeah, if you tuned in late to this, or you feel like maybe this is going to help somebody else that's close to you, share the video, because and just don't be afraid to help out. Don't be afraid to check on someone. Don't be afraid to reach out to a loved one that you haven't talked to in a while, even if it doesn't feel like it's necessary. It's always necessary. It's always necessary to just check in, you know. The connections that we have with people are really important as far as keeping us grounded and keeping us just keeping us connected to the love that's around us, you know. And that's part of keeping us just emotionally strong, is just having those people around. And so before we go, I gotta open this package. Hopefully I don't show my address again. I'm pretty sure I did that earlier. It sucks. But yeah, sorry. I had to get on. I had to get on here today for a little bit and talk about being hopeless, the feeling of being hopeless, and people helping people in the chat. Late to the party. What up, Riz? What's up, buddy? How are we doing, guys? Go check out People Helping People if you guys have not already. Subscribe to their channel. They're almost at 1,000 subs. Man, it is great to see you guys getting the love that you deserve over there. How we doing? How are we doing this evening? I just got done going on a little talk about feeling hopeless and just kind of dealing with that stuff. It's tough. It's tough sometimes. People feel down, and you know, got to be there for them. So I had to jump on. I felt obligated to jump on and share my conversation that I had earlier. In a way, you know, I had to share it. So now, look at this. This is a package. This is from People Helping People. I got this from the marathon stream at the end of the 30 by 30, I believe. Man, 30 streams in 30 days was ridiculous. I couldn't do it. That's crazy. The fact that you did that and you had so many awesome guests on, and just the topics that you had, and your community that you have over there, and the people in chat all the time and stuff. It is phenomenal, man. I am just nothing but happy for you over there. Life is good, bro. Good to hear, man. I'm glad. I'm excited to have you on the pod too. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a great show. BJ, what's up? How we doing? All love, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I can't believe that I'm doing the podcast. I mean, so People Helping People inspired me to get back into doing my podcast. And so, man, the praise is all to you, bro. It's a fantastic thing what we got going on here. Let's see what we got here. We have, I just slid this package open. I'm keeping the bag down here because I'm pretty sure I flashed my address earlier. It's okay. Bro, look at this bag that I got. Kind words are magic. Look at that. Look at the, oh, dude. And then the backside, shout out Penny and Benny. Look at this. Look at this bag. This thing's cool. This thing is a beautiful bag. Look at the, I love it, dude. I actually love it. And there's a card here too. I don't know if this was intended to be like opened on stream or anything, but it's just a thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna read it. I don't even care. It's just it's a thank you card from People Helping People. It says, Rizzle, thank you for constantly showing up for People Helping People with such realness and heart. Your support means the world to us, and we are so hyped to witness your podcast journey unfold. Your vulnerability will help so many. Can't wait to tune in and cheer you on. Thanks again, Alexander J. People Helping People. See, and that's why we do it, man. It's and that's what I was just talking about. It's because I got the inspiration from tuning in and watching him do such a great thing, just watching what you do over there, man. And it just really inspired me to I've been talking, if you ask my Discord friends that I play Call of Duty with, I've been talking about doing a podcast for so long. I have countless ideas. I was going to like do a like an old movie like review podcast where like I watched what was the one we watched? We watched The Sandlot, and then I like wrote a review, like scene by scene review on The Sandlot, and like going over old movies and stuff. But I never really found something that I felt would be enough to keep me interested, to be completely honest, you know? And then I don't know what made me want to do a mental health podcast, but I just feel like I've kind of always been a person that has been there for people, and has been kind of a go-to when people ask about mental health or they need assistance with, you know, something like that. I've been through so much that I had to, it just felt right, you know? And so, yeah, it's just a blessing it's cool to be able to start a podcast, kind of, together, you know, like I see your growth, and then I'm trying to like do my own thing over here. And we're kind of growing together, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. And we're going to have a show together, towards the end of the month. And, it's kind of like a double episode. And so that'll be exciting. But that's kind of all I got for this evening. Just the beginning, brother. We're building a team and moving as a unit. The only people that succeed are the ones that don't quit. Here to support any which way I can. And see, that's what it's about. Love it, man. Love it. Likewise. It's a great thing you got going on over there. So, yeah. And I guess in closing for this episode, check on your loved ones. Being hopeless is not the end. It's just the beginning, you know, and it's just up to us to find those next steps. And so if you ever need, if anybody ever needs anybody to talk to, or or any kind of support system, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, reach out to someone around me, and let's figure it out and let's talk through it, and I will be there for you, and I will listen, and we can get through it, and we can figure out your next steps, because there's always next steps. And so that's kind of all I got for you guys. Thank you. Thank you for those of you that tuned in. I appreciate you guys as always. And thank you for dealing with my thank you for dealing with my rookie podcasting mistakes, man. I'm turning people down, and I'm forgetting to turn mics on and stuff, but you guys are still rocking with me, and it really truly means the world. I appreciate every one of you guys, and just do me a favor and try to tell a friend about the podcast, because it's, you never know who needs to hear something, and we might just be the place that says it. So, have a good one. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. Don't be scared. It's not the end. Nothing's ever the end. It's just the beginning. So we'll see you guys next time. BJ, well said. Thanks, man. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yeah. It's been fun. I might try to do more of these. Impromptu episodes whenever I feel the urge to come on and share a little something else. I know I might just get on here and ramble a little bit, but there's got to be something good in here. Something might be helpful to somebody in here. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed one. Sunday this week, not Saturday, Sunday, 2 p.m. Imposter will be in here, and yeah, that'll be a good one too. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. But before I lay me down, let's get this off my chest first. Excerpt of my life, I call it my next verse. I'm stressed, keep it in perspective. I'm an expert about this Northwest way of life. Hey, it could end worse.